sawmill building. We finally got a little time to work on it. Fixed our opening. It's ready for metal and door tracks. We're gonna put the doors right there in the middle, swing them both ways. One door will be wider than the other one. That's our idea. I'm right tickled with it right now. Well, right here I put a self-cleaning blast gate, and this old valve right here was a 2.5 inch PVC valve that I got at an auction. I couldn't use it anything else, and I just decided I'll use it for my blast gate, just for my little sweeper hose. It works okay, whatever. And see how we're gonna hang the flexible hose up overhead. So that's our idea. We're gonna hang it from the rafters and put it on trolleys, put it on tracks. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but that's our idea. And then we got our little sweep station over here. Just sweep everything to the bottom. It does pretty good. That little hose doesn't do so good, but we're gonna see how it works. In the world or not, but we're coming out of our vacuum, coming over. I'm going to go and make a sweeping port and a vacuum port, and then come right straight on out of that and come into the sawmill. We finally got back around to working on the vacuum. In case I need to saw something, I needed to get it fixed up. So this is kind of what we're coming up with. And yes, I'm gluing this 4-inch. I'm not going to glue the 6. I'm going to tape it. The 4-inch, I figured, easier to handle. If I need to take it out, I cut it loose. It's cheap.
Yes, the short piece right there. I guess we know speed up on that. Back on that. I think so. If it don't, if it ain't gonna be tight today, we can put it on.
There's where we're at right now. That's the stage. We're gonna saw some with it and see how we're gonna hang the flexible hose up overhead. That's our idea. We're gonna hang it from the rafters and put it on trucks, trolleys, put it on tracks. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but that's our idea. Well, I have to make some mud mats for my excavator. We've got a pond job coming up, and this is a hackberry log. I'm going to make my mud mats, and I'm going to make them out of 6 by 12. That's a pretty good chunk of log, and these logs are 14 feet long. So I'm making a 12 by 12 cant's what I'm doing out of these logs. You can see a couple over on the left-hand side. There's an oak log that laid on there to start with, and I was just trying out my sawmill on the vacuum system earlier. So anyway, we're making 12 by 12 cants on this hackberry log. But you can see when I get out there on the end, you can see my vacuum system. Of course, I got a big loop in the pipe, and that's just temporary because I don't want to cut it. We're working on a trolley system. Well, unbeknownst to me, after I did all this work that day and video, and I never did show the actual trolley system that we put together. It's kind of cobbled in there right now. I'm using barn door tracks. I got 2 barn door tracks, and as you can see, that pipe at the top, it's just tied up there and hooked to the barn door tracks, which I'm wanting to move back and forth with the sawmill, because the sawmill is about a 20-foot path that it takes. But anyway, we're just trying to get the feel of this thing and see if a trolley system will work, is what we're really doing. And we've got trouble with it. It's some old barn door track we had, and it had dirt in it. One piece we thought we cleaned had dirt in it, and the track was hanging up on it. The roller was hanging on the track, and it's going to have to be perfectly clean. But you can tell these are 6 by 12 piece of green. We just took these trees out back in the fall on the excavator job. It's all one and I can do to handle one of these things, just being able to handle the end of them. There's no way we could pick them up. They're heavy. I hope I can pick up the mud mats when it's all over with, but they'll drag. But that's what our project is, and we're trying to, as we saw something, we're trying to at least make use of what we're sawing. We got quite a few logs laying around, and that's what we're going to try to do, is put this thing together and get our trolley system working, and we're going to work on it as we go. And I know I need that clear vacuum hose. I'm going to have to cut it off, but we've just decided I don't know how I'm going to do my trolley system, so right now we're not going to cut it. It's about 20 feet long, and I don't want to cut it until I'm sure what we're doing. So here's another log, another hackberry. These is hackberry logs that we took out, and I don't know whether they'll make good mud mats or not. I don't have enough oak laying around to do this, so we're going to try this hackberry. It probably won't last near as long. If you'll notice outside as well, that's one of the main reasons I built this building, because every time we had time to do any sawing, well, it was raining. And also look there on the left, as that hose straightens out and gets the trunk out of it, well, that vacuum will just take it right out. So obviously we got to keep the gooseneck out of the pipe, but I got to work with some tracks and trolleys moving back and forth to get that done, and that's kind of the hard part right now. So anyway, that's what we're trying to do. And there's that piece of dirt in that track again. So we fooled with it, and finally one went and got a little hook on a screwdriver sort thing and tried to reach in and clean the track out, and got a little piece of dirt out of it, but it's going to have to be cleaned out. You can hear and see when I turn on the vacuum. I got it on a remote control there, but watch that hose. It just draws the hose up. It's amazing how much vacuum is there with just a 2 horsepower motor. It'll draw that. It shrinks the hose down, that flexible hose, when I put it on, turn it on. As we're going along, we both decided and could see this hose, this trap in this hose is not going to work at all. That's because as soon as you raise it up, boop, it cleans it right out, and it's working. It's actually working real good on the vacuum side. You see very little bit of the sawdust, or some comes out from underneath the blade right where it's sawing, and that's okay. We're not going to try to keep it completely dust free, and there's a sawmill, and that's okay. I'm just trying to save some of the mess. It's probably not worth all the trouble. You can sweep it all up, when you get done, and that's what most people do. We just got started on this project, and there doesn't seem to be a good end to it. And as you can tell, we're trying to figure the hose has got to be here, the track's got to be over there. This is what we're going to have to do. So, but that's just the way we do stuff. Trial and error. Yeah, and as you can see, quite a bit of tension in that hackberry log. Just as I get through sawing it, maybe I should have sawed it the other way, split it. I don't know. And this was my idea for the little 2.5 inch sweeper hose. Just use a shop vac wand and some few ends to sweep the floor. And I want to kind of keep the sawmill clean as we go along, and I can blow it off, but you blow it off, you still got to clean the mess up. So that's what the little vacuum system was for, and actually it's doing pretty good. I'm real kind of getting more satisfied with that part of it as we go along. But well, this is the end of this one for now. We're going to continue it as we go along. But we're making progress. Thanks for watching. And God bless America.